What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Arena of Valor video, and today we are once again gonna be checking out new AOV patch notes, okay? And this is gonna be a small little balance update, a small hotfix patch in addition to the big patch that the Indonesian server already received a couple of weeks ago, and I think the TIMI servers, EU, NA, Latin America, finally received it today. And I think with this, they also received this small little balance update in addition to it, okay? That's what usually TIMI does nowadays to the TIMI servers. They delay the big patch and then they just jumble it up together with a small hotfix patch as well. So if you didn't check out my big patch rundown that I uploaded a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to be putting it in a card top right of this video, so make sure to check it out. It has those three big reworks, Maganga, Butterfly and Omega. And Butterfly and Omega are already getting nerfed actually, because both of them were placed in SS tier by Doiser, the big Thai content creator that always does these very nice tier lists, okay? So yeah, let's check it out. This should be very exciting. As I said, check out the other long video first if you haven't yet, if you want to have all the updates for your EU, NA or Latin American ranked games. Now, let's get into this. This is pretty short, you can see, just a couple of buffs, 2 buffs, 4 nerfs and an adjustment, okay? But I think this is once again, TIMI is really killing it with these patches lately. They are all very good, not really a lot of random changes, especially this one is getting straight to the point. First of all, we have a Mina adjustment, okay? As you guys probably realized in your ranked games, whenever you saw Mina, it was mostly in the support position, at least on the EU server. We mostly see her in the support position. In competitive, if you check out my AIC game reviews, you see her that she's used in the top lane as a counter pick to Omen, but not much other than that, okay? So here she's getting hit. She is getting her CC a little bit reduced, so her utility is going down on her second ability. The slow after you pull the people, it will only last for 1 second instead of 1.25 seconds. However, she is getting a little bit of a damage buff, and it's honestly not too small. 150 plus 30 per level to 200 plus 40 per level on her first ability, so that's the base damage, and from 6% maximum HP to 8% maximum HP, okay? Considering how often you spam this ability, especially when you're going up against an Omen who keeps giving you those maximum stacks to keep re-enabling that bonus S1 ability that has no cooldown and that does true damage actually, this is a pretty big buff, okay? This will make that Omen matchup even more skewed into Mina's favor. So I really like this because I really think it would be cool to have her as a solo laner, as a slayer laner, instead of that support that I still see her in rank. So again, this is a pretty good buff. You should definitely try her out again in the slayer lane. I think this will make her much better, even in some matchups where she didn't just completely have a free win like against that Omen, because he just keeps applying those stacks so rapidly to you with his double auto attacks and with his insane attack speed. So yeah, definitely a big fan of that. We will see more Mina, and again, they're hitting a little bit of her supporting ability here, which isn't a big deal because usually you hook them and then you just ult them anyway, so it's really not a big deal here anyway. So I think this is overall just a very nice buff for Mina, and yeah, I agree with it. I think she needed it. Moving on to Laville. Now this is a little bit of a change that I don't agree with, but most other players would agree with, because he is not being picked at all anymore in the tournaments. No more picks for Laville in AOV esports, which I don't agree with. I still have a lot of success with Laville in my Challenge of Valor games. I just think having a marksman, you know, you just farm AFK and then you have that ult, you know, that really can help your team global on the whole map. Even though you're still just farming AFK, you can rack up those assists, you can help your team, you can still be useful. I think that has a lot of value. But apparently pro players don't agree. They are only picking Violet, Caffeine, stuff like that. Even Yorn in the Abyssal Dragon lane now. So we are not seeing a lot of Laville. So TIMI is buffing him up again a little bit. Not too big though. 10% more move speed. which is really nice, especially for a marksman without a movement ability. Keep in mind he has that S2, so he will also amplify that bonus move speed that he gets even more with that S2 that gives him a little bit of percentage move speed for a couple seconds. And then they also give him some more damage by increasing his attack speed growth, so late game he will have some more attack speed as well, which again with the Devil's Handshake build I feel like the attack speed is not something he lacks, but we'll see. I don't think this will make him anything super insane. I don't think he is insane right now anyway. I think he's decent. I don't think he needed to be buffed, but it's a nice buff. It's not too big, so it won't matter too much. I think we will see Laville just the same amount. I still see him a lot in Soul Rank. As I said, I think it's a great Soul Rank pick. Maybe not as great in tournaments anymore, but yeah, we'll see. Completely fine. I'm happy because it buffs my best marksman. Now, moving on to Lumburr. Now, this is something that is super weird, okay? Because Lumburr, remember, he was always meta, he was always good, he was always picked in ranked, he was picked in competitive all the time. Super good support, just, he was for me that support pick that was always good. He was the support for me, you know? If I think of Arena of Valor supports, I would think of Lumburr first. So yeah. He received all those weird changes a couple patches ago that kind of buffed him in some areas but kind of nerfed him. And honestly, apparently, I don't play Lumburr, but apparently he's garbage now because he was never picked in competitive anymore at all. Never. So now they are giving him an insane buff. Knock-up time on his ult is going from 1 second to 1.5 seconds. That is a huge knock-up, man. You can have a little bit of a coffee, you know, you can have a little bit of a coffee date with the birds when he knocks you up. My guy is gonna knock you up, you will be knocked up, you can finish college, okay? You can get married, you can get divorced, you can have 15 kids, you can die, you can respawn, come back and you're still knocked up, my guy. You know what I mean? 1.5 seconds is insane, especially because you can ult, flicker to reposition the ult, right? Crazy, okay? I think this is gonna make Lumburr completely strong again, okay? I don't know how weak he is right now, but considering the pros are not picking him at all, I feel like he really needs this. We'll see. I feel like in the next tournament, when this patch is applied, we will see a lot of Lumburr picks, because flicker, ult, 1.5 seconds, knock up, not a lot of time to react, to flicker away from it, because you literally just charge and then you just flicker and it comes out instantly. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, we'll see. Apparently he needs it. Can't really comment too much on that, but I think we will see more Lumburr with this again, all across the board, in ranked and in competitive. Moving on to Ryoma. Now we have the juicy ones, okay? I'm so happy Ryoma is finally getting nerfed, and I think he is not gonna get over nerfed. Usually, Timmy always over nerfs, my man. I love playing Ryoma, but they can never find a perfect middle ground. They always overbuff him and he's completely broken, or they completely like leave him be really trash. Remember, all the way back in 2017 he was completely broken. 2018 start as well, and then they gutted him, they removed that huge range on S2, and now he has been trash ever since, until those last couple months where he got insanely buffed, right? Like the parkour over walls, S1 and all of that, way too much. Finally, they're gonna be hitting his damage, so that's cool. Not hitting his parkour ability over walls, I love that, it's so much fun. They're gonna be nerfing the passive. The passive deals bonus damage at the maximum range, if you didn't know that. And they're nerfing that from 50% bonus damage to 40% bonus damage, so that's already pretty good. And then also, the big boogeyman in the room is that skill 2 Wailing Blade. It does way too much damage. It literally one-taps you if he is ahead a little bit in that jungle, if he goes for the full AD build. So yeah, that is going down all across the board. Base damage nerf and AD ratio nerf. Now what I do not agree with this is, I think Ryoma should be designed in a way where you have to go full AD, where you have to go my build with full AD, with Muramasa, with Rank Breaker, with Fenrir's. Not even my build, just everyone, a lot of people do that. But there's also that other build with tankiness and a lot of cooldown reduction, okay? So you have that rank, you have that Spear of Longinus into the Frost Cape, into that Medallion of Troy. So you have that 40% cooldown reduction, and you are absolutely insane. You still deal a lot of damage. So the issue with that is, you can see the base damages are going down by 25, okay? And 10 per level, which really isn't a lot. However, the AD ratio is going down by a whooping 0.3, from 1.8 to 1.5. So this more nerfs his full AD gameplay, so his one-shot potential will be nerfed, which quite frankly was really dumb and way too strong, okay? So I agree with that. However, they should have nerfed his base damages a lot as well and nerfed the AD ratio a little bit less, so you make that tanky build not viable, because I think that's the big boogeyman. That's the easy to play Ryoma that everyone can just dominate on, that really terrorizes ranked games right now. I feel like the full AD Ryoma is for the high skill players, is fine to be very strong. And yeah, but still, all in all, just a great Ryoma nerf finally, because I'm tired of just losing every game to Ryoma, okay? I'm tired of being tilted instantly when he's not banned in Challenge of Valor. Moving on, I still think he will be very strong, don't get me wrong, but I think we might still see bans here and there, but it's not going to be a perma-ban anymore, I hope, okay? Yeah, moving on to Omega. Now, we on the EU server didn't have Omega yet, but let me tell you, he was absolutely broken. The reworked Omega, of course. Again, if you didn't check it out, check out my last patch rundown video where I go in depth through that Omega rework. He's completely SSS tier, absolutely insane, probably the best hero maybe on the before this patch, and he's getting a pretty big nerf here. Movement speed is going down from 380 to 360, 20 movement speed nerf. That's a lot, okay? That is a lot. My man's as slow as a Laville after this. No, okay, he's 10 movement speed faster. But you know, melees are usually faster than ranged in this game. So this is a pretty big nerf. Moving on to his skill 1. I think the way this is meant to be accelerated decay as the level grows. Guys, we don't have... Guys, I mean, I do have an English Cambridge Advanced certificate, you know, but you guys don't. So I'm gonna explain what this jumbled up mess of words means, because I think they wrote it wrong. I think what they're trying to say here is the way his skill 1 works is you get a little bit of move speed at the start, and the longer you keep going, the more move speed you get, okay, after you activate it. So instead of going from 12 right after activating it to 40% at maximum duration, you ramp up from 5. So you have that initial movement speed is gonna be a little bit less, okay? So all across the board, my man's gonna be a little bit slower. They're taking away those Balenciaga speed trainers here. It is what it is. Also, they're gonna be nerfing his stun. This skill 2 stun, you know, when you hit these little robots that circle around you, all of these little missiles hit somebody, you have that skill 2 where he spins and stuns everyone AoE around him for 1 second. It's going to 0.75 seconds. I think Omega, judging by how everyone is saying how broken he was, again, I didn't try him yet, I think he's still going to be absolutely insane. That passive is still absolutely insane. Skill 2 still resets the passive and all of that good stuff, right? So, yeah, I think he's still going to be pretty crazy here. Moving on to a Butterfly. She is also getting nerfed already. Now, her nerf, again, she is placed into SS tier in the jungle by Doizer. Now, I don't always agree with Doizer's tier list, but for the most part, it is a very good tier list at the end of the day. Sometimes, you know, I remember Yena release, he put her into B tier. 2 weeks later, my man puts her into SSS tier or something. Yeah, people make mistakes, but when he usually puts something right after release into SS tier, it's probably really brain dead and broken, okay? And that's what he did with Butterfly. So she's already getting nerfed. Skill 1, she gets that magic shield, right? Again, I explain everything in that other video. She gets that magic damage shield, and that is already getting nerfed from 400 plus 80 per level plus 1.2 AD, which is it's mind-blowing how big that shield is. It's going to 370 plus 70 per level, so all across the board plus 0.9 AD. So this is really good. Still gonna be, you know, still gonna have that attack damage reduction from her ultimate. She's still gonna have that, not attack damage, the auto attack damage reduction, excuse me. She's still gonna have that healing from her ultimate. She's still gonna be insane. However, at least that magic damage shield is getting toned down a little bit. I think she's still gonna be just the same, almost. She's still gonna be crazy strong. And yeah, definitely looking forward to trying her out on the new patch. Now, moving on to Ignis. If you guys watch my streams, especially my Challenge of Valor streams, you know that I always ban Ignis in it. I think he's insanely broken. I think he is better than Lorien. I think Zata is the best, but no one can play him. So I just ban Ignis because he's really brain dead. And yeah, he's finally getting nerfed. Now, I like this nerf a lot, okay? I really like this change. First of all, let's take a look at the skill 2 change. The stun duration is going down from 0.75 seconds to 0.5 seconds. Now, this might not seem like a lot to you, but keep in mind, you throw that S1, you put your S2 onto them, and then it resets your S1 cooldown. You throw it again, right? And the enemy is stunned, just briefly not stunned anymore. They can briefly move a little bit until they get hit by another S1 if you're spamming the button, right? So you can pretty much perma-CC them. With this, they will probably be able to move away, they will be able to flicker away, they will be able to do a lot of things. And this is definitely a huge nerf, and I really like it. I think he needs that because that's the biggest issue of him, okay? Now, they are also rebalancing his S1 in exchange. They're nerfing the base damage a little bit, actually a lot, considering how often you spam this ability. Even small nerfs like 25 at like 10 per level are a lot. However, they're also buffing his base damage at level 1 by 25. So it's not that bad in the end, and they're giving him a little bit of an AP ratio. So I hope that he's going to be more played as a full AP mage now, okay? So there's going to be more focus on going for a Hecate maybe a little bit earlier, not just going for that Frosties and just be the CC bot here for your team and just be a supportive mid laner, but also be able to carry more, okay? To do a little bit more damage. And yeah, you can see this is already the end. This was a super short little hotfix patch, as I said, but it hits the marks pretty well. I would say maybe a Kira nerf is still needed. She is also really insane right now in the jungle. But other than that, this is pretty good. This is a pretty good start. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, let me know what you thought, what you think about this patch in the comments below. Let me know what you thought about my analysis here. Maybe I'm completely wrong, you know. Let me know all of that in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Consider pressing that notification bell if you don't want to miss these kind of videos. And with that being said, I will see you guys the next time. Peace out, boys. Bye-bye.